So, you want to know the hiring process to become a hospital security officer. I just want to let you know that there is a difference between a security guard, and a security officer. I didn't know that, but I guess it's really offensive in the security world. So please, security lives matter. So get security guard right and security guard officer right. And if you're not sure, ask them. And if you don't want to, I don't care. Okay? All right, let's get that straight. So I accepted a position at a hospital here in Portland, Oregon as a security officer. Like I said in my last video, I wanted to do something that could be a stepping stone as far as law enforcement, because obviously that's what my channel is about, the process it takes to get into law enforcement. And just a little side note, I'm taking the scenic route to law enforcement because I actually didn't study it in college. First things first, how do you find the job? I found my job on Indeed.com. They are a job search website. I found a posting for this particular hospital and I clicked on it and I applied. The first thing they wanted was an application, which I provided that for them. And within the application, they asked if you had experience in the healthcare field. They asked if you had security experience, and they asked if you have graduated. So if you have those three things, security, experience,
Son of a bitch! You done messed.
Educational experience, healthcare experience. Some other hospitals might ask you a little more as far as certifications, CPR certification.
That you do.
They want you to be able to have basic CPR, life-saving skills, which I agree with. And they also would like you to have your a certification that proves that you are qualified for the job. Here in Oregon, we call it the DPSST, or Department of Safety and Standards Training. I suck. I don't know what it stands for, but that's what it means. And they want you to have that card, and you have to take a class to do that, to have that certification in Oregon. And so I did that at my previous job. I got CPR certified and DPSST certified through Oregon. So I had that in my back pocket. And yeah, so just depends what your hospital is looking for. So apply, make sure you fit the qualifications. And even if you don't, bro, like, apply anyways. Most companies, they're just looking to fill their positions, man. Like, they don't need like Mr. G.I. Joe, The Rock. You know, they don't need to use suplexing nobody. You know, they don't need a freaking Albert Einstein in their hospital security office. So just apply anyways. And if you have the qualifications, good on you. It helps you eventually. So after my application, I sent that in, and maybe 2 days later, I got an email from my hospital offering a interview. And since they're doing COVID-19 restriction virtual interviews, I took my interview virtually, and they asked me some questions on my interview as far as my experience in security. I remember they asked me what's a time that you had to make a difficult decision, and what was the outcome. They really want to focus on how you can work as an individual and as a team, because you will be working in a team setting. They want to see how you make decisions, essentially, what you're going to do under pressure. In the hospital environment, there is more than just kicking irate patients out or kicking irate family out. You also deal with mental health patients. So you gotta be able to listen, and you gotta be able to use your judgment as far as handling those situations. If they like you, they'll say, we'll obviously they're gonna say we'll get back to you. Some of them get back to you. They don't get back to you. Another 2 days later, I received an email from the hospital saying that they reviewed my first interview and they thought that I met the qualifications of what they're looking for. And so they asked for a second interview. So the first interview is just like an introductory, getting to know you, how you make your decisions, and they kind of, I think more than anything, they want to see how you interview. In the hospital, it's mostly customer service, to be honest with you, and they just want to see how you can engage with the audience, with patients, with customers, clients, families. So I was awarded a second interview, and in the second interview was a Zoom interview, which is, I'm sure everyone knows that it's a virtual video chat that can include multiple people. In this Zoom call, I spoke with the district security manager and one of the hiring managers. I'm sorry, I don't know their names. And they essentially asked me the same questions that the first interview asked me, but they kind of asked more, and they wanted to delve deep into some of the answers that I gave them the first interview. They just wanted to follow up with, just to see if I would say the same thing, which I did, if you're honest about it. And it was more informative than it is interview-ish. They told me some of the expectations they have of their security officers. So just be yourself, be honest. That's essentially what they're looking for. They don't need perfect answers, so don't worry if you're not a public speaker or nothing. Just be yourself. 2 days later, which was Monday, I got an email from the HR department stating that they would give me a conditional offer based on certain criteria that I still had to meet. One of them was I had to complete a references page where I had to put down 5 references that could vouch for me as far as my character. They want coworkers, bosses, supervisors, essentially. So make sure you do that. So I accepted the offer. They gave me some more details. You have to go through onboarding training after you accept your offer, which is essentially you have to get a bunch of information to them. They'll send you links to get this done, as far as, basically paperwork. You should get contacted by your department, your district department manager, and they will let you know about your gear, equipment. For me, I got called saying that, hey, we're gonna send you an email. Make sure you read it. I opened the email and it clearly details, where you should go, the nearest supplier as far as tactical gear. So the following day, I went to our local tactical gear store. It's in Portland. And I gave them this email, and they had a person who already, who has interacted with our district manager, and he knows what to get you. He gives you like a big basket full of, your duty belt, your inside liner, all your cuffs, everything. He sizes you up so you try on a bunch of outfits, and then if you're able to get a full uniform, they'll sew a patch on of your company's logo that same day, and you can take it home with you. If you don't have all your gear that same day, it's mostly going to be your uniform, because they need to have your sizes, and with COVID restrictions, they don't have a lot in stock. So if you don't have all your uniforms, they'll put it on back order, and then when it's ready, they'll email your supervisor, and then your supervisor will email you and tell you, hey, your uniform's ready, and then you can pick it up and get the rest of your gear. The day before you start, make sure you get all your gear ready. Make sure you you know, fold your tidy whities. Make sure you have all your paperwork with you, your offer letter, your ID, because they're gonna issue you a hospital badge. And then the first day you'll you'll likely meet with your supervisor and some members of the team, and then they'll tour you around the hospital. You can ask questions at this point, and then you'll do a bunch of, you know, introductory onboarding stuff. They'll issue you your badge, and then you'll get a schedule. You'll likely get a schedule your first day, and then that should take about the whole day. Just a side note, when you do your interviews, make sure you have a nice dress-up shirt and at least a tie. With these virtual interviews, they can't really see from the waist down, which is good. It's good, you know. But make yourself presentable. No one wants a sloppy Joe working for their company. And then, full disclosure, my very first interview, I feel bad, but my very first interview with this hospital company, I was at work, and I actually interviewed in my car, and I was wearing nothing but a sweater and a sweater and a mask. So I'm just lucky to be here. I hope you guys liked the video. If you have any more questions, please DM me, or you can shoot a comment and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Next video, I'm gonna do a montage of my detainments at my former job. It's gonna be hella fun. You're gonna see things that I can show you the world. I can show you the world. But yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool. So make sure you stick around. That big Hawaiian dude, checking out. Hope you guys have a great day.